This podcast episode looks at the different types of bonds. In order to make compounds, we need to have bonds made between different elements. We define compound as a substance formed from two or more different elements. H2O, or water, NaCl, such as table salt, and C6H12O6, which is table sugar, are good examples of compounds. One of the two types of bonds that we've been looking at in class include ionic bonds. These type of bonds form by gaining or losing electrons. If you gain electrons, that particular atom becomes negative. By losing electrons, atoms become positive. These also help to form what we call ions. One of the easiest ionic bonds to recognize is the formation of salt. The chemical formula for salt is NaCl. To look at this further, we're going to look at the electron dot diagrams of sodium and chlorine. Note that sodium is found on the periodic table in group 1, the alkaline metals, in period 3. That means that sodium has one valence electron. Chlorine is found in the halogen group, group 7. It has a total of 7 valence electrons. When we combine sodium and chlorine together, we get an ionic bond. Sodium drops its one electron and becomes positive. Chlorine accepts that one electron, and it becomes negative. The opposite charges cause an attraction that causes the bond. The other kind of bonding is covalent bonding. This is an attraction between atoms through the sharing of electrons. A good example of a covalent bond is found in hydrochloric acid. Just like in ionic bonding, we're going to look at the valence electrons for each of the atoms. Hydrogen is found in period 1, group 1, and contains one electron. Just like in sodium chloride, chlorine is in the 7th group, also known as the halogens, and gets 7 electrons. The pattern that we see is elements that are mixed, non-metal and metal, tend to form ionic bonds. However, because hydrochloric acid is made up of hydrogen, which is a non-metal, and chlorine, which is a non-metal, they'll form a covalent bond. When bonding, hydrogen has one electron, and it would like to fill its outer shell with one electron from the chlorine, sharing. Chlorine has 7 valence electrons and needs 1 to complete its outermost shell to get 8 valence electrons. It uses the hydrogen electron. Thus, they are sharing the electrons in the configuration shown on the screen. Let's review. Ionic bonds are created between ions. Ions are formed when atoms gain or lose electrons. That means that they can become positive or negatively charged. In a covalent bond, electrons are shared between two atoms. Usually they are either metals or nonmetals, but not a mix of metals and nonmetals. This concludes this episode of the podcast.